Hi, I'm Alison Huntington, and I'm going to talk to you today about some of the key findings from our Energy and Resources report. So energy and resources is worth about $10 billion globally. That makes it about 11% of the total global consulting market. It grew by about 5.7% in 2013, and the report has lots of data on each of the subsectors, on the consulting services, and by region as well. So if you wanted to know how technology consulting in Africa is, how big it is, then you'll be able to find that out from the report. So some of the key findings. One of the things I wanted to talk about is the impact of falling commodity prices on the consulting market. And what's interesting there is that it's not necessarily the straightforward, straight line, linear relationship that you might expect to see. So when prices are high, clearly there's lots of money and there's plenty of work for everybody. Equally, when prices slump, consulting is often one of the first things to go. But there is a sort of Goldilocks threshold somewhere above the bottom where, despite being hard pressed and up against it, clients are still calling on consultants to help them with usually operational improvement projects, not just for simple cost cutting, but for the sophisticated services around productivity and efficiency. Clearly, oil consultants, consultants working in the oil industry, may well be slightly worried that that price threshold is sliding downwards. So we'll see how that works out for them. The next thing I want to talk about is the blurring lines between strategy and technology. Now, clearly this is a trend across most consulting sectors, but it's particularly pronounced in energy and resources. I think this is because the technology has moved on so much in the last few years that it's enabling these companies to do things quite differently. So when they have a problem, a strategic problem, in the past they would just ring up a strategy company to deal with that. But because so many of the issues and because so many projects and programs have technology at their core, increasingly they're calling on technology companies for help with strategic work. So in response to this, technology companies are setting up their own strategy wings, for example, Accenture Strategy. But strategy firms are also responding by boosting their capabilities in digital. Essentially, they're responding to the client need, which they don't want to choose between the two skill sets. They want to have both. Which leaves the Big Four in an interesting position. They're actually very popular in this market. They've got about 1/3 of the market share. But in a way, they've actually got less far to leap between technology and strategy. And if they can convince clients they can make that leap quite easily, then they may well become even more popular in this sector. So those are just a few thoughts. There's much more in the report. It's available now. If you have any questions about anything I've said or anything that Source does, please get in contact via the website. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.